Let your ex miss you. It is so important after a breakup that you can manage your emotions and that you can find the will to do this, to actually remove yourself from the situation, to not chase them and to let them miss you. And I'm going to talk about that a bit differently than I normally do. Number one, this is especially true if you're doubting it. And I know that a lot of you do. It feels like you should be doing something, like you should reach out, like you should say something, and you're just seeking those magic words that can make them want to get back together with you. But consider this. How many times recently have you thought, they don't make any sense, or I just don't understand them? How many times has that gone through your head? So think about this. If you don't understand them in this situation, then likely your response is going to be ignorant based on where they are emotionally. If they don't make any sense to you, then why would you think that what makes sense to you to do right now would actually be helpful? So in considering that, maybe you can kind of see where I am on this, and I'm telling you that I've been able to observe thousands of breakups over the last 2 decades. And so for me, this is not about just what I feel in the moment or desperation trying to make something happen. It's actually based on observations and me seeing these things. And back 2 decades ago, I probably thought the same way that you do, that you've got to do something, I've got to say something. There's these certain words, and if I can just find these certain words, then I can get them back. I can make them see clearly that we should be together. And that makes sense to you. But remember, if they don't make any sense to you right now, then it's very likely that what you do will not be productive like you think, because they're not making any sense to you right now. Number 2, you were with them and they still left. And what I mean is that your presence did not keep them, so why would it bring them back? Or your words did not keep them, so why would it bring them back? I know that it feels like you should do something, you should show up, you should give them yourself, your words, your love, but those things did not keep them, so why would they bring them back? And that's difficult for you to accept in this moment, because it feels like before that's what would keep them, that's what they enjoyed, that created a bond and intimacy between the two of you, so why wouldn't it do it now? Well, that's just it. It didn't keep them, so how could it bring them back? So just remind yourself of that. Tell yourself that my presence didn't keep them, so why would it make them want to come back to the relationship? You've got to mix it up. You've got to do the opposite, and that can actually work a lot better. It usually does. It really does take your absence to get to them. And since we don't really have magic words or magic actions that can make them want to come back, your absence is the closest thing to it. It can create such a powerful response, and it can really wake them up, and I hope that you'll trust it. Before I get to number 3, get more information on my emergency breakup kit. I'll link to it in the description below. You can get it at myexbackcoach.com/EBK, and it's a powerful guide to help you get your ex back. I know you feel desperate right now. Don't keep flailing in the dark. Let me help you, and the emergency breakup kit is my guide to do that. You can get it at myexbackcoach.com, and the link is in the description below. Commercial over. Number 3 is the power of difficulty. And this is something we don't like to accept, especially in this modern world where we try to make everything so easy for everyone. But really, people don't learn as well unless there's some difficulty. And one of those examples is algebra. I don't know if you like algebra or not, but if you remember, when you first started algebra, you probably thought this makes no sense. When did they bring letters into math? And you probably even thought that they were making it unnecessarily complicated. But if you practiced it and you kind of struggled with it, you started to actually learn how to do it. And that's where you actually achieve some things and could move forward. And the same is true emotionally. A lot of times it takes difficulty and struggle for people to learn, for people to be better, and for people to see what they really want. And so one of the things I strongly encourage you to try to start doing within yourself and within your emotions is to become comfortable with the power of difficulty and letting someone experience difficulty, including yourself, because it's difficult for you right now because of their absence. So you see that absence can be very powerful. You probably doubt that your presence being gone can attract them. You doubt that your absence can make much of an impact. And a lot of that has to do with you lacking confidence in yourself and not feeling attractive simply because they broke up with you. And that's understandable. But just know that with time, if it's difficult for you to experience their absence, that if they love you, if the relationship was good, that there is a strong chance that your absence can impact them in the same way, to at least get them to look at this again, to reconsider, to at least introduce the possibility into their mind that they were wrong about this. And it takes your absence to do that. I hope you can believe me, because there's lots of people who book coaching calls with me and they tell me, I made a lot of those mistakes. I didn't understand, I didn't believe you, and now I see it. What can I do now? So just know that if it feels difficult, that does not mean you should reach out. That is a preview of what absence can actually do. And hopefully that's what can bring your ex back. Obviously, I can't guarantee anything because we're dealing with human beings who have free will, but I have seen a lot of this, and allowing them to get to that place where there is some difficulty. And if they had intimacy with you, if you two shared the facts and the feelings of your life, if you kept in touch with each other throughout the week when you couldn't see each other physically, or maybe you saw each other physically all the time, and that intimacy, that bond is still there. Now, they may have it covered right now due to resentment or due to feeling like that their feelings have faded and there's not a future. But in time, your absence is what can bring that back. And as they start missing the familiar with you, the intimacy with you, your absence is what can really turn the volume up on that, not your presence. It has to be difficult. There is power in difficulty. Number 4 is the loss of access response. And it's really interesting because you may think that right now your ex doesn't have any desire to access you. So why would they care if they lost access? And that's probably true if the breakup is fresh, or if you have been chasing and begging and pleading and contacting them and haven't backed away yet. But when you back away, your ex will start to feel a loss of access. And basically it will be, well, I don't know. They're not contacting me. So should I contact them? Do they want to talk to me? Is this something that I can do? Are they unhappy with me? Did I mess up my chances because I broke up with them? Yes, those are things that they can think, because if you think that they don't reconsider and have moments of doubt and think back on the relationship, you are almost certainly wrong. Most cases, they really do. And when they start to wonder why you haven't contacted them, because they probably expected you to. If they broke up with you, they thought that they were more attractive than you. That's a very basic explanation of it, but they felt more attractive in that moment because they were the ones saying, I know you want to be with me, but I don't want to be with you. And that makes them feel like they are more attractive. And so when you don't respond like someone who's less attractive, it can be kind of confusing. And it can make them wonder if they've lost access to you. Can I contact him? Can I contact her? And that can really raise your perceived value. It can make them actually appreciate your presence again, because if you're not abusing that situation by contacting, by begging, by pleading, which usually ends up annoying them. And some of you have experienced that, where they get angry and they're just like, do not contact me again. And they get upset, and they might even threaten to contact the police or something. They are annoyed by your presence. So giving them more obviously doesn't make any sense. But when they wonder if they still have access to you, or if you're mad at them, or maybe they blew it with you, this can actually create the situation of both mystery and wanting what we aren't sure we can have, which may not be the main thing that brings them back, but it starts them down the path to where they start reconsidering your value in their life and how they view your attractiveness. So remember, loss of access to you can actually be a secret weapon in your effort to get your ex back. Number 5 is one that people talk about a lot in coaching sessions with me, which you can book one of those at myexbackcoach.com. That's myexbackcoach.com. You can book a coaching session with me. And people will often say, I want closure, or we both need closure. I'm going to suggest the opposite. Don't get closure. Don't give them closure. Leave unfinished business. It's similar to when you leave someone wanting more. It's like it feels like something is undone. And that's what you want them to feel like. Even if it's just them thinking we didn't really get closure, we needed to have a final conversation, there were still some things I wanted to say, or I know there were things they wanted to say, or I need to get my stuff, or he needs to get his stuff, or whatever, the more you can leave unfinished. And I'm not saying that you don't ever return their things. If they ask for those things, obviously do that. But you want them to feel like there's unfinished business between the two of you. There's things they wanted to say. And a lot of times they will even say, I need to tell you some other things. I want you to understand. I want to give you closure. And I know that gives you a lot of hope, because you want to hear those, because you think maybe you can respond with something that can change their minds. Or maybe you can understand to the point that you can relate to them, and then that would actually help you win them back. But leaving unfinished business, where they feel this sense of attraction towards you simply because there's more to do, there's more to say, that is another one of those things where it plants a seed in their mind to get back to you. That alone won't bring them back. They won't say, well, I didn't get closure, so I want to get back together with her, or I want to get back together with him. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you want to start moving them in that direction. You want to plant seeds for the near future. And one of the ways you can do that is leaving loose ends. Don't seek closure. Don't give them closure. If they break up with you, especially if they do it by text, one of the best things you can do is just not respond at all. And you may be thinking, well, that sounds really harsh. It's really kind of badass to do it that way. It really shows a lot of strength. It shows that you're not going to deal with this, that you don't have to deal with this. It leaves some mystery. It's actually really positive when you just leave unfinished business. And I'm not saying that you ignore them when they reach out to you, but I am saying that if they're saying something really cruel to you, you don't have to respond. Or if there's a lot of things that they said they were going to answer this question, they were going to answer that, and they really never did because maybe they didn't really intend to because it's awkward and difficult, don't seek closure. Let it be unfinished. Let them feel that sense of incompleteness, because that's what can really be helpful when they start reflecting on this and trying to figure out if this is really what they want. And they will. They don't know for sure when they break up with you. There's always some doubt, and that's all we need. And then you put a magnifying glass on it by a lot of these things that I've told you. Get more information on my emergency breakup kit. It can be yours in under a minute with the link in the description below, or by going to myexbackcoach.com. And it's my course to help you get your ex back, the emergency breakup kit at myexbackcoach.com. This has been Coach Lee, and as always, thank you for watching.